this video unboxing and review, we're going to take a look at Action Toys Voltes 5. So this is going to be the full painted edition mini action series. So this is a figure set that I purchased from Big Bad Toy Store, so for MSRP of $64. Okay, so we have our other Voltes 5 action figure. This is from the SMP line by Bandai. So this is Action Toys. Okay, mini action series time. So we already have the box open and we're ready to take out all of the contents of our purchase. Okay, so box to the side, we have the 5 Voltes 5 machines, the top extra handsets, and the belt. Okay, we also have the instruction manual. So this is the first Volt machine, which is the Volt Cruiser. So this is a close-up details of the Volt Cruiser. The head of Voltes 5, fuselage of the Volt Cruiser. So nicely painted, well done. Okay, so next is going to be the Volt Bomber. So this is the details of the Volt Bomber. Fuselage and the back, and we have the landing gears. Next is going to be the Volt Panzer. Okay, so this is the details of the Volt Panzer. The underside, which is actually going to be the chest of Voltes 5. Now the only difference with mini action series, the SMP version, if you have this disassembled the individual bolt machines, there's going to be a cover for this section, so it's really not that bare. But with regards to the paint, nicely well done paint for the mini action series line. Okay, so from the Volt Panzer, we're going to the frigate. So this is the details of the frigate. So nice gloss paint on these legs. This is the legs of Voltes 5. And last is going to be the Volt Lander. Okay, so fully painted series, so really nice quality actually. So you get what you pay for $64. Okay, so the reason why I got this set is, one is going to be in the Voltes 5 configuration, and I would have the individual pieces for the Volt machines. So this set does not contain the Voltes 5 electromagnetic sword. Okay, but this SMP set does. But what this lacks is going to be this weapon set. So actually, with regards to the size of the tops, which is very large, so actually you could use it for this SMP Voltes 5. Yeah. So with regards to scale, somehow this is going to be a scale closer to the weapon set of this mini action series. So transformation for the Volt Cruiser is pretty straightforward. So no need to take out the face of Voltes 5 because that is already assembled. Unlike the the Bandai SMP, which in the face is going to be hidden. So this just need to crack these sections to form the head unit. So for the Volt Bomber, so first thing that we could do is to extend the arms section this way. Lower the forearms to hide those yellow sections wherein the handsets are going to engage or attach to. Next, we're going to push this section of the cockpit inward because we need to reveal the contact point for the head unit. And the last transformation piece are going to be the rear stabilizers. Okay. So from this forward position, we're going to move it back and tuck it in. Okay. So move it back and tuck it in. That way. Okay. So, yep. There you go. So we still have enough portion of those wings to pull on later on, just in case we need to disengage all Volt machines from the Volt S5 configuration. The Volt Panzer. So once again, pretty straightforward. So no more covers to deal with. This section is already ready for acceptance of this other section. So we're just going to expose the chest by moving the tracks backward. That way. Here you go. And we're going to push it in. Yep. And as for the cockpit, we're going to push that section in. Okay. So these are going to be the connecting tabs for the Volt frigate. For the Volt frigate, okay, so we're going to lower these cones downward, or the radar dishes, and then we're going to expose the connection point for the Volt lander. Okay, so we're going to push that forward and rotate. Push that forward and rotate and push downward to secure latch or connection. Next, we're going to fold this in towards the back of the leg. Okay, and last section, we're going to fold in the cockpit. As for the Volt lander or the feet of Volt S5, so yep, that is the details once again. And some hidden features. So it's going to be the drill. So you just push on the downward latch to expose the drills, and to separate these two pieces, just either slide or pull out. Okay, so these sections, just cover them up, fold the antenna form fit number 1. And for the other side, so same thing. We're going to fold the antenna and move this towards center to expose the connection points. So we're ready to volt in. So volt machine number 1 and volt machine number 2 combine. Oops. Okay, so just take note of the orientation. So first time assembling this guy out of packaging. Okay, so that's quite hard. Okay, so let's combine these sections first. So take note of the elbow bends. That's going to face forward with these 2 boxes and the chest. Okay, so we're going to do this one first. So we have enough leverage to snap on the head unit. Okay, so that's nice and secure, and we're ready to snap on the head. Okay, head is nice and secure. Next is going to be the legs. So the frigate, so orientation, belt, and the back of the frigate. So this section just latches in this way. Okay, so holes and tabs, okay, so that way, and you're just going to snap it into place. Okay, so after quite a struggle, we were able to secure these 2 sections together. Okay, so we're going to attach next the feet of Voltes 5. Okay, so this is one that goes to the right. So male, female, touches nice and simple. And we have male connector, female connector. Okay, so just to check the right connection points for this thing. Okay, oops, we forgot to secure that section, so need to close that one up. Okay, so we're ready to attach the handsets. So handset number 1, handset number 2. Okay, where did it go? Okay, there you go. So let's head back towards the review table. As for height comparison, well, it's really obvious with regards to who is the tallest of them all. Okay, but for actual height measurements, so this is going to be more on a 7-inch scale. This is going to be more of a 6-inch scale. So compared to a G.I. Joe classified series, which is a 6-inch action figure, yep. So the height compares. Now let's do a 360 view of these action figures so we could take a look at the details. So if you're Filipino and this is a action figure, that is a must-have for your collection. So at least 1 or 2 representative of Voltes 5. But I still have one on the way. It's going to be the legacy version, so which would possibly arrive around possibly January or February next year. Anyway, Okay, so let's check out articulation on this guy. Okay, so let's move the review table backwards. So as for articulation and details. Okay, so head unit, chest, legs, back. Articulation points. Of course, you have to raise this section to provide clearance. So you could move the head left and right, up and down. As to the amount of articulation that the joint is going to provide. Okay. For the arms, so we could raise this a little bit and expose that connection point. We have full 360. We have rotation on the bicep. 2 points of bend or articulation for the elbow. Rotation for the handsets. Do we have enough hinge action? Well, just a bit. Okay. So for the body, do we have any articulation point? Nope. That's going to be locked. Okay, so moving towards the leg. So how much clearance or articulation can this guy do? Okay. So kicking forward. So drop leg function. Kicking sideward, so of course we need to reconfigure the head unit that way. So full side kick, bend on the knee. Okay, articulation for the leg as the connection or joint is going to allow, but yep, it's going to disconnect these two assembly points. Okay, so how much forward bend? Yep, that's it, and it's going to disconnect. So you just have to push it back in to secure. Okay. So, decent articulation points for a Voltes 5 action figure. Well, there's going to be limitation because of the volt-in process of the individual volt machines, but the legacy version is not going to be a transforming action figure. It's going to be just an action figure per se. So the articulation points, I expect great articulation points for this for that action figure. But for this, which have the volt-in process, and also this one, which has the volt-in process, I understand the limitation points as to articulation of the action figure. So the belt that is attached on the waistline could actually be removed. If you have a very small tool that could really get into that very small space, you could take these two pieces out, which I actually don't have right now. Plus, I really don't risk to bother to really take them off. I might lose them. Okay, plus I really don't like empty spaces on this section. Somehow it breaks the aesthetic of the action figure. So plastic used, it's good quality, something that really you won't be afraid that it's going to break. So putting it into action poses like this, it's okay, as long as the points would tolerate, or you're going to reach the limit of the articulation point, which actually I already did with this action figure. So that pose, This is going to be the maximum amount that each articulation point is going to allow for great action poses like this. Though it lacks articulation on the waistline, still okay, because of course this is going to be a transforming thing, so the limitations as I mentioned earlier. The only gripe that I have is going to be the size of the tops. It's just way too large, but considering that it's going to be a weapon system, so something that large is going to take effect on your Voltes Vibes opponent. So yeah, if it's going to be a small top on that belt, I think it's not going to matter or take effect. So something of that size is really needed. Okay, so just providing my own rationale. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.